Is life guaranteed? And are the results in life ever guaranteed? We would like to believe that, but we know deep down that this is just an illusion, right? So, as a coach, how can I guarantee you any results? Be it in whatever I've already learned, which is how to avoid pain in terms of marketing terminology, how sell something where you help people avoid pain, or sell something where you help people gain pleasure, because this is what people buy into. But when I think about it, it just doesn't feel right. How can I guarantee a result in a in the vastness of life and its infinite possibilities? How can I tell you that this is what you're going to get? Maybe you get, maybe I'm telling you you're going to get this, but you're going to get XYZ. I'd rather, as a coach, tell you that you are getting these benefits. These are probable or possible benefits. And actually, the field is yours. You can, from an experience, have a different, through journeying within yourself, you can have a completely different experience and bring in a completely different result. And that's the beauty of it. This is where your uniqueness shines. I've been told to, because this is a dilemma that I always go through, right? How can I offer my services in the most authentic way that aligns to me, but also for you to understand what I'm saying and to connect with it? Because everything that's being sold outside, and I'm not just talking about coaching or spiritual realm, it's everywhere around us. When I look at it, we're being sold hooks. You're actually buying into the hook. You're not buying, you think you're buying a result. And what happens when you don't get that result? It's not most of the times, it's not because the process didn't work. It's because you're too focused on the result that your expectations were so high that if you do not achieve this specific thing, that means this was not met. But what if you experienced other things that are even better than that specific expectation? Right? But then for you in your mind, because that's what our mind wants us to believe sometimes, that this thing didn't work because I didn't get this result, and I bought into this because of that specific result, because this result is about avoiding pain, either avoiding pain or gaining pleasure. Nothing is guaranteed. I would be fooling myself and fooling you if I come and tell you that if you take this program, you're guaranteed XYZ. What I can say instead is, if you take this program, potentially, probably, and possibly, you're going to experience these benefits and maybe even more. It depends on your journey. It depends on your willingness to do the work. It depends on how deep you're willing to take that leap. It depends on whether you're going to take what we're going to say and implement it. It depends whether you're going to make decisions that align to your new intentions, and you're going to take actions towards these decisions. What I can guarantee as a coach, this is what I can guarantee, which is within my control, is for me to show up and to honor every session that is booked, is for me to show up and do my absolute best and give it my heart. Give with so much love, and do it with all my heart. I can guarantee utilizing methods A set of methods, a single method or a set of methods or a combination of methods that have been tested and that work. They've worked on others. They showed results, but I cannot guarantee the result because the rest is on you. Part of this coach client or mentor mentee relationship, coach coachee relationship, healer relationship is primarily, should be based primarily on interdependence, not codependency. Codependency is what's creating trauma. Attachments is what's creating trauma. Unhealthy relationships based on non-healthy foundations is what's creating trauma. So the last thing I want is for trauma to be created in the space that we are in. And therefore, I cannot guarantee results because in reality and life, there are no guaranteed results. I can do a process and somebody else can do the same exact process. I can be consistent and the same person can be with the same consistency. We both will get results, but the results will be completely different. So I cannot really come and tell you that you're going to get this result or that result. I'll be actually fooling you. I'm serious. And in reality, this is so inauthentic to me. I cannot. And this has been a dilemma with me. Like, how can I offer my services in the most authentic and real way? How can I offer my services in a way that does not create trauma or codependency? How can I offer my services in a way where I can create more interdependence? A person shows up with a lot of self-responsibility, the same way I'm showing up with a lot of self-responsibility. I do my part and they do their part. That's when the results happen. But what results could happen? I cannot dictate that. I cannot say that. Most of the times you can come into sessions and we just work with what shows up for you. We set the intention and we let that intention unfold. We don't know what memory might come up. We don't dictate what memory needs to show up. We just observe. Because the moment we observe, we are in that space of allowing. The more we are allowing, the more our body, the more we become aligned, our body, mind, and soul work together to help us release whatever is due for releasing. I don't like that avoid pain because, again, avoiding pain, my focus is on the pain. So what am I doing? Is it going to be, do you think it's going to be easy to let go of pain if all your focus is on the pain? Sometimes all you need to do is you need to look the other direction. You have to look away. Shift your focus. And when you enter into that space of the unknown, which a lot of us are scared of, and it's not that scary once you get used to getting into that space, it is really the most enjoyable place because it is a place of discovery. It's where your curiosity rises. You know, the more you cultivate that inner awareness within you, the more you take these rides inward, it becomes easier. So going through pain also becomes easier because you know that you're coming out of it. You need to go through it. You need to understand that pain because what is pain telling me? We don't avoid pain. We have to go through pain, not to suffer. We got it all wrong. That's what we need to change in our minds, not to suffer. Pain is coming to remind me that I'm out of balance and out of harmony, that something needs to be released from my system. so that I can elevate, grow, and thrive, so that I can be in perfect alignment with nature. So think about all of this. I think it's time to stop buying into the hooks. Stop buying into and investing into hooks or guaranteed results, because there are no guaranteed results. Results will happen. They are a byproduct of the process. But we always tell people, listen to this, and this is what also makes me think most of the times. We're always hearing these statements. We always tell people, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. The joy is in the journey. So if I come today as a coach and I'm just telling you that if you do this, you're going to get this guaranteed result, what do you think is going to happen to you? Where's your focus? Your focus is all on the result. And what happened to the journey? Where are you in the journey? Do you think you're going to be present in the journey? You're going to be in the journey? Or your mind is just going to be wandering all the time, focusing on the result? And then what happens when the result is not met? Or it's not as per expectations? We go back to the same loop. Blame game. I'm the victim. I invested in the wrong place. I didn't get the result that I need. I'll tell you a story, something that happened with me. I went into like a mentoring course with sales coaches. And hear me out, I'm not saying anything that was wrong with them. They came with, and this story is not about blaming. They came to me and they said that they can help me get the results that I desire. So they kept giving us tips and tricks on what we need to do and how we need to show up and what mindset we need to have. I was ticking a lot of the boxes, but one thing that I didn't do, I was not taking action. At least I wasn't taking action up to the standard that would actually start giving me result. I would show up one day, drop off another, show up one day. I showed up to all the classes and to all the calls. But in the aspect of actually the doing part, I would show up one day and I would drop the other. I would show up one day and drop the other thing. And I would give myself a lot of excuses. And then if it doesn't work, the first thing that I would do naturally would be to blame them because they're not doing their work. But in reality, I cannot blame them. I cannot even think of blaming them. I have to think of what I did not do first. I can reflect on what happened. I can gain feedback or insights on what worked, whether it was aligned to me or not. That's a different story. But the results, I cannot blame them for it because I didn't show up for myself. And this is what happens sometimes with coach-coachee, mentor-mentee relationships. I'll ask you a question. Can you hire a fitness coach at the gym and tell him to do the exercises on your behalf so you can get the muscles? Can you get the muscles if he does the exercises? If you go to physiotherapy and they give you exercises to do, but then you're still in pain because you didn't do the exercises, will the pain go away if you don't do the exercises? Will the pain go away if you stop going to the number of sessions that you are told to go to? If you don't show up to them, will the pain go away? If you don't do the exercises, will the pain go away? Can you grow muscles without exercises? You need to put in the effort. Most of the times, coachees, mentees, they show up onto programs expecting something, and then when it doesn't work out, the first thing they do is they blame it on the coach or the mentor. But it's not. But I'll tell you when it's the coach or the mentor's fault if they've actually guaranteed results or a specific result. And then if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Then they've guaranteed something that actually didn't happen. But because the reality is nobody can guarantee anything. I can guarantee, again, I repeat, I can guarantee what's within my control. You are not within my control. You, your experiences, the way you choose to show up, the way you choose to do your work, the way you choose to align your intentions, decisions, and actions is not on me. I cannot go and take your hand and tell you today you need to do this. I can tell you what could benefit you. But if you decide not to do it, that's not on me. That's on you. We have to agree to that. And that's why I don't offer money back guarantee. Because the reality is, the moment you know that this is our mind, this is the human mind, the moment we know that I can take my money out anytime, the easiest thing that we can do is to back off. The easiest thing we can do is to blame. The easiest thing we can do is to make excuses and make sure to find any reason why this is not working and it's not aligned. That's why I always tell clients, follow your heart. Go for the possibility. Go for the journey. If it feels good to you in your body, in your mind, in your heart, go for it. Then you will never regret that decision. In fact, you will go for it and you will set an intention for yourself. And 100 over 100 times, this intention will happen. Your intentions will be met. Follow your heart because you are the one who decided, because the results are in you. It's not somebody coming and giving you the result. I will not come and give you the result. It's time that we stop buying into these hooks. It's time that we stop avoiding pain and buying pleasure. Buying into pleasure, buying pleasure. It's time that we search for the journeys that bring this pleasure back to its natural state, that brings us into our natural state, regardless of the result. It's time that we buy in to something that feels good to us because it's aligned, not because it gives us the temporary pleasure or it helps us avoid the pain. It's time that, because a big part of your healing is actually not in the result. It's in you believing that you are able to heal. It's in you believing that this possibility could be yours. That this is not just a possibility or a miracle that happens to people around me. This could be mine. You choosing to discover yourself is a catalyst to change. You've already started the work. It's the commitment and the dedication part that is needed. Once you are you're committed, dedicated, and you build that consistency and you showing up to yourself and you set yourself as a priority, change has already occurred, because change is constant. It is the only thing that's guaranteed. Life is ever changing and evolving and growing. Harmony is always there, like it is in us. Peace is always there, like it is in us. Yes, we see external chaos, and yes, this exists. But even in that, there is an element of love. Because otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. So it's about time that we use our own intelligence, our body intelligence, our heart intelligence, our mind intelligence to create our experiences, to believe in ourselves and in our ability to heal, and not to focus on the results, to focus on how committed we are. It's not about the guarantees, because in life, there are no guarantees. There are no guarantees. Otherwise, we are living in the illusion. We're living in the illusion. We cannot live in an illusion. That's where our healing stops. We're creating a resistance because we think we can control everything, but we can't. So stop buying into hooks and stop buying into avoiding pain and gaining pleasure kind of equation. Buy into what feels true to you, what feels right to you, what feels more aligned to you. And for me, when I offer my services, because if I don't offer my services, I am creating, like, it's a disservice, because I'm here to help. And if I don't tell you what I do, then how will you know what I am capable of doing? I have a method that works, sets of methods that work, and they can help you realize possible, probable, potential benefits. And the field is yours. It could be anything. We should never limit it to one specific result. So, from my side, to be authentic, I will definitely offer whatever I need to offer from my heart, authentically, what's aligned to me, what's possible, probable, potential benefits. And if I do otherwise, and you find me, because I'm only human, right? You find me trying to follow the trend, please make sure to remind me that I said otherwise, and so that I can correct my course. I love it when people show up and tell me, you said this, and they remind me of something that I said, be it an advice, be it um, be it something that I challenged, but then I found myself going with the trend, because we can drift. We can then correct our course. And this is what we're here for. We're here to remind each other. We are here to remind each other of the beauty of life. So make sure you subscribe, watch my next videos, and you remind me of anything that I said if you see me off course and I am off track, and you remind me to be on track again, because we're here to remind each other. So don't let anybody underestimate your intelligence, be it your body intelligence, your heart intelligence, your mind intelligence, your soul intelligence. You're a part of the universe, so you are as intelligent as the universe. Remember that. And I'll leave you with that note. From Yas, with infinite love, from my heart to yours, I love you. Thank you for watching.